The only thing I really don't know how to do with ManyCam is to play videos. I've learned about everything else about ManyCam. I just haven't figured out how to play videos
Now,
with
what
sound. I've learned how to play
with
them,
sound?
but the students can't hear it.
Now, okay. Well, you're working on that, Mary. We're going to have a little discussion, okay?
Yeah, go ahead and
You
discuss.
you
I can
pipe
figure
up.
this
You
part
pipe
out.
up.
Let me do this.
What I found is
They said it's hard.
that the newer versions of AC, I haven't been able to pipe
That's what I want.
my microphone and the video microphone. Okay, now we're cooking, Mary.
Oh, so now you can see this, right?
Your
We can
desktop,
see
yeah.
your desktop.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay! Thank you, team. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so
But
here,
you can do it a couple of different ways. Okay. You can go in and you can physically choose the ManyCam mic, so you can pipe the audio from the video into your class, but you will not have your mic. Okay. Yeah. And then go back and change it back. Now, I have found that, see, I had a complaint using video, which was unfounded, and I argued, and most of these knuckleheads that are doing this don't know what they're talking about, and neither did the teacher, or the teacher. Yeah, neither did the teacher.
you are funny.
That was an accidental funny.
Yeah, it was a Freudian slip, but it's true.
Yeah.
But anyhow, it was a young learner, and the thing was about polar bears, and the video I played was about polar bears. They said that it was not appropriate. I said, well, how much more appropriate do you want?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But it was too long, and I agreed with them. I mean, I learned from that. I only play videos now, portions of them, just snips.
Yeah.
In amongst the deal, and they're so short that they really don't require audio. Most of the audio on YouTube is either too fast, it's music.
That's what I would like to use it for some of the songs.
Yeah, the songs on the group classes are way too fast for some of the students.
Right, yeah. Now, I used to use a lot of songs, and because maybe because I'm doing, now there's a song right there that's Hello, Hello or something.
Well, for me, Darcy and my fellow colleagues, I, like everybody else, it depends on which student it is and whether or not it's a group class or whether or not it is a one-on-one. So how I do is, as you can see both of these. I get inside of I'm in my classroom, and I usually kind of proportion it. You click on this little box right here. Right now it's a big old square, but when you open it up, it's two little squares. I click on the two little squares, like let's just do this, for example. So you see it's two little squares. You can see that, right? I click on, can you see that two little squares, top right?
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I click on that like that, and then you just
that minimizes it.
Moving it around to control it. And then let's just say I've kind of pushed this over a little bit, and then here I go down here and I click these right here. These are pretty much all the songs that I use, but I also keep, like everybody else, I'm sure, over here under 5-1 Talk, I have a bunch of songs in here. And so they're always at my disposal, but these are the ones I normally mostly use, the hello, the goodbye, and then I have a celebration song that I use at the end of the class. So with that being said, if you just move this right here, like let's just say your students are in here now and you're in your class, I just do like this, and then I just kind of go down here, and this is how I do it. Mine are always up here, because these are pretty much the songs that I use in almost every one of my classes. And then I just do like this, go straight to the song, and and the kids can see this. It's right here, they can see it.
How do they see it?
They can see it. And what you do is once you open up your browser, right, and you put this up here, I usually say, hey kids, can you see this? They'll say, yes, we can see it. So they just sit right here and they watch it.
How do you share the screen with them?
Yeah.
What happened? Let me get out of this so you can see me do it from the beginning. Okay. So let me just close it for a second.
And does this work for 1-versus-1
Yes.
classes as well? Okay.
Yeah, one-on-one and group. I do it.
Okay.
So you can see that my browser is down here at the bottom. And then I just click on it and open it up. So it's starting to open up. And my suggestion would be, once you figure out what songs you want to share with your kids as an ongoing basis, I'll just do restore. You see how I just opened that up? And these are like pretty much the 4 stars, right? Yeah, these are pretty much the 4 songs that I usually play for my class. And so I just go right here. All you have to do is just, because what you do is you want to open it up. This is how it's going to open up, right? But you want to click on these 2 little boxes and you want to minimize it. And I kind of keep mine like this because I use it so much. And you sit it right here and they will see, believe it or not, I was stunned, but they can see this.
How are you sharing your screen? I guess I don't understand that.
How you share it to AC for them to see?
Okay, when
camera's on you, right? Are you still in this?
I'm in the classroom right here.
You're in the frame. You're in the frame.
Yeah, I'm in the classroom. So listen, when you see this right here, you're in the classroom. You move this right here, and when you do this, you dock it. The kids can actually see this.
Oh, you dock it into this into this square.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, I've done that with PDFs and they can't see that. I mean, you can dock a PDF in there, but I've tried PDFs and they can't see it.
You know what? I have not tried PDF yet. I know that they can see videos.
They do dock. Okay, so you guys, if you just drag it over into this area, this whole outline will lock right into here. It'll just lock in automatically, just like that.
Right.
Try it with the document.
So let me get out of it again.
They can actually see that. Okay.
Oh yeah. So you just let's just say okay. Let me go. Let's
So
say
you're really not using ManyCam.
No, you're not using ManyCam. So let's say you're in your classroom right now. You just got into your classroom.
Thomas, this whole lesson was not supposed to be ManyCam. Okay?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So can you explain how to dock it into the screen?
All you do is drag your document into this area, into the yellow area, and it will actually lock on these corners.
Darcy.
So let's start from the beginning. May I start from the beginning? Like you're in the classroom. You're in the classroom now. You're in the classroom. The first thing you want to do, step 1, is click on the 2 little boxes at the top. That immediately moves the classroom down. Okay. You see how it's doing that? So you move that down and you just kind of move it over just a little bit. Take your mouse and move it over. Then you want to go down here. Make sure that your browser is docked down here at the bottom, or pinned, or whatever you want to call it. Make sure your browser is pinned at the bottom. All I do is just click on my browser here at the bottom, right here. I'm opening it up now. And mind you, what you want to do is once you figure out what songs you're going to be playing often, repeatedly, you want to pin those songs up here so that you don't have to go to your folder looking for them. You know, that's what I used to do when I first started. I would go to the folder and try to get them out of this folder. But it's like after a while, you get tons of files in there. You don't want to do that. So
where did I put the bear? Where did I put the bear? Where is the bear?
Yes, and that's exactly what it was like, Darcy. So
I know it's here somewhere. Just a minute.
I was like, and the kids were like, oh, teacher. I'm like, oh, God. So I got smart. What you doing, teacher? What you doing, teacher?
So, Mary, may I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
I've actually got AC open right now, and because I've never been able to drag anything into it, and I opened up a PDF, and I've got the PDF sitting over the top of the lesson. It just looks like it's sitting over the top.
Are you in a classroom?
Yes.
Or you're in a classroom?
Yes.
Now, let me just say this, Susan. I have not shared any PDFs inside here. I've only shared videos. Darcy's saying that when he did this, the PDFs don't show up. Is that right, Darcy?
Well, that's what the guy said, but you just never know, you know.
If
So
you ask the student to reload after you move the PDF and after you dock the PDF, ask the student to reload AC. It usually shows up.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
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 There you
I've had some students
Thank you,
where
Tom.
they
Okay.
reloaded it and they have not all the time, but most of the time it will.
Okay.
Okay.
See, that's
So
no. Mhm.
to dock it just means to drag it over so it's sitting
Just
in.
Yeah,
yeah.
to overwrite the lesson.
Override the lesson. You
Yeah.
just kind of like I'm moving you guys over right now. I
Yeah.
just take it right just like this, and you just
Okay.
proportion it, kind of, you know, like some little
Okay.
way.
Be
And
it-
always leave a little bit. Always leave a little bit, so you can, you know, do like this. See how I got a little bit showing right here? Y'all see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a little bit showing. Make sure you show a little bit so that you can just do like this. You know what I mean? So you can just do like this.
So they'll see whatever portion is actually over AC.
Absolutely. They will see this. I have done this since I've been here.
Huh. I've never tried
If
that.
if you overwrite a lesson and you want to go back to that lesson, make sure you download the PDF of the lesson so you can drag it back.
Right.
Once you drag another file over the lesson, you cannot, the only way to do that is to reload AC.
All you need to, re-enter the classroom.
But it would be easier. That way, you might get a complaint. Oh, the teacher kept reloading the AC, you know. So
Now
just download the PDF file
never,
of the lesson.
You never have to re-enter the classroom? Wow.
Oh, every now and then. But if you do it, there might be one of those students that, you never know. You might get one of those kind of students.
Okay.
I just
Now for
download the PDF file and just drag it back in there when I'm done.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. Now for
Yeah.
videos, you don't have to do that. You
Yeah.
don't have to get out of the classroom, get back in. You don't have to do any of that.
How do you go back to the classroom?
Just that's why I'm saying, make sure you leave a little bit right
Not
here.
docking.
Oh, so
And
you're not
You're not
actually
docking it.
you're not docking it then.
Well, I'm just kind of I guess you call putting it where you can actually kind of
How
sort of
can you-
see it.
So how can
That's
you show
amazing.
the video?
Oh, they can see it. I've been doing it for, I don't know, about 8 months now. But yeah, they can see it. I played all kinds of videos. I do videos all the time.
And they can hear it also?
They can hear it and see it. Yeah, the kids love it. And at
Oh, I
the
can't
end,
wait.
at the end of my class, I'll play this one song, and I'll just, we'll just sit here for like 5 minutes and just play videos. Now, one of my class, one time I couldn't get the kid, to kind of cooperate. So I just said, look, you know what? Forget the lesson. I just did all these videos, and he just sat there, and I pulled out flashcards. And that's how I was able to get him to engage, because the lesson was just too advanced for him. But the videos and the flashcard, he was like, and then he started booking me all the time. You know what I mean? So.
Do you have any recommendations of some of your favorites that maybe aren't part of the...
For the song? Yeah, I always, let me just share my favorites. I always do this one, which is, listen guys, the kids love this one right here. I'm gonna show it to you. They go crazy over this one.
Choo Choo TV.
They love it. They love it. Head, shoulder, knees,
Oh, I love this song.
knees and
Yeah.
toes, and eyes, and ears, and mouth, and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Knees and toes.
Awesome.
Now they
That's a
love
great-
this. They go freaky crazy with this song.
Cool.
And I had remember the post, guys, I put out there where the little boy was like turning around with his behind, and he was all over the place. Do you remember seeing that post?
Yeah.
How I got him to calm down was to put this on, and then he started dancing. And I just whipped out my flashcards and said, hey, I'll just call him Tony. Hey, Tony, come on. Hey, Tony. And I just turned the music down a little bit, and it calmed him down. I just started using the flashcards.
Yeah.
Yep. That's one of my little secrets. The other one is this one here is the goodbye song, which everybody already knows, the bye bye. I always use that one. This is another one which nobody probably knows about this one, but I play this one at the Stars. And celebrations. I want the world to know how yes can be. Congratulations and celebrations.
Mary, can you put the links into the chat?
I will. Yep,
Okay.
I sure will.
Yeah.
Cool.
I will believe that I could be happy. The kids love this.
That one looks cool.
Uh-huh.
And then I always do right here at this part, I go, I let you into my heart. I do that with the kids and they just start doing like this. So I'll put the links for these songs, and once I do that, do my little love sign, they just start doing the same thing, doing the love and all that. And I do this at the end, guys.
So you always at the end you do a little clip.
When we talk about our stars and we congratulate them, that's when I play this right there because it's congratulations, I'm celebrating.
Cool.
And I use this one right there. And then if I have time, if I'm thinking they want to hear the goodbye, or sometimes I'll ask, do you want to hear the bye-bye? No, Tita. So now pretty much a lot of times, but unless they little babies, I usually just end with this song right here. Just send them out on a high note.
Do you have anything for the older kids? Most of my students are 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
You mean for videos?
Yeah, just
This is the main one that I use for the older kids.
okay.
They like this. There's a couple one. There's another one. Let me see if I can find it. The girls. Now, if you have a girl group, they will love this one. They go freaky crazy over this ponytail thing. The
For some reason, I
ponytail.
have
Oh,
three
they
groups of
love the
girls.
ponytail. I have a group of girls, like about 3 GC groups that are all girls.
Yeah, me too.
And I put this on, and man, they just start jumping and acting crazy. Watch this. I just start doing it with them.
Oh, that's cute.
And look, they'll start doing their ponytails.
I'm sure.
That's adorable. That's my
That is
favorite.
so cute.
I only do the one-on-one right now, but now it's making me want to do a group also.
I do the group and the one-on-ones and the
That'd be
girls.
so fun.
I had one girl, when I put this on, she said, put on the ponytail, put on the ponytail. So I put that on, but when I have the groups, a lot of times the girls they'll grab their scrunchies and start putting their ponytails on top of their head and they'll be going around like this.
Oh yeah.
And I can't do nothing but sit back here and bust out laughing. I was like, these girls are hilarious.
So what do you, what videos do you have for groups of boys?
Remember the first one that we did? This one here. This is the one I normally use for the boys because let me show you why. Watch this. They has that funky beat. The boys just start jumping. This is most of the boys up front.
Yeah, I have a couple of GC free trial classes that have 3 boys, no girls, 3 boys, and they're older.
How old are they?
They're probably 4th grade, 4th or 5th
Okay,
grade.
my boys are around this age, and they love this video. They love this one. Watch. See, there's the boys. They're up front. The guys like that. The little boys love that. See, and they kind of showcase the boys up front.
It's kind of hip hopish. That's cute.
Yeah, it has that funky beat, and they just start jumping around and doing stuff like this.
And then you say, now sit down, let's go. Are you ready? Yeah! Oh,
I said, you ready, class? Watch this. This is why the boys like it.
Yeah.
Lunges.
Oh. Whoa, you get that energy level up. Woo! Now sit down.
Yep.
Punch.
This is why the boys love this. So, yeah. So if I have a like trouble, you know, boy or something, I said, oh, okay. I just grab this and just give him time to get his energy off, and we good. But that's the one I mostly use for the boys, yes. And the
Cool,
ponytail one is the one I use for the girls. And then, of course, as you already know, the hello one for the kids, and this one here. And even for my adults, believe it or not, when I play, let's see, when I play, where is it? I might have deleted it. I think I did. Okay, I have to go find it. But when I play the one with the congratulations, even for my adults, they love it. They're like, oh my God. And they just start laughing and smiling. And they'll say, thank you, teacher. Thank you, teacher. I don't know. Everybody wants to be celebrated. You know what I mean? So that's the one I use for the adults and the kids. Any questions?
Not at all. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. This is golden. I really appreciate your time.
Now I have to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah.
I know, that's my thing too. I'm having a hard time getting past the technical part of it. Because
Okay, show me. Let me see. Let me demonstrate one more time. So I'm going to move you guys over. I'm going to close this out so that you can, like, let's just say I get out of, I'm in my classroom. I'm going to move this over. So you in your classroom, do this. Follow me. Get in your classroom. I'll wait for you. Let me know when everybody's in.
I'm in.
Okay, everybody in?
No.
I'll wait for you. I'll wait.
That's okay. I'll figure it out. If I can't figure it out, I'll just call Darcy.
Hey!
No, what you're gonna do?
I'll check Darcy. Oh, bro, help a sister out.
For all you unhappy customers, we're gonna have this meeting again next Wednesday, and you can all come back and complain. Okay.
If it works or not.
We'll come back and share our success.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. I'll be positive.
Wednesday, yes.
Yeah, everybody gets to try it out. We'll come back and we'll talk some more.
Very good.
I think that's a great idea.
Good job, Mary.
Thank you,
Yes,
guys.
thank you.
Okay, Mary,
Look,
thank you.
anything
Now,
for my fellow teachers.
okay,
Thanks.
so can you turn your share screen off, Mary?
Absolutely, yes. Okay, stop share
All right.
screen.
Now,
there we go.
okay, so who's got technical problems with AC that we want to talk? We talked a little bit about sound. Okay. Now I really want to get the sound thing fixed. Can you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, Thomas, you say you don't have this solved yet. Can anybody run sound on video with AC?
Jay, you know, Jay, he figured it out, but he hasn't shared.
JP.
Yeah, JPI.
He figured it out, but he hasn't shared. That's nice.
Yeah, he may have shared it, but I haven't asked him personally for it.
Well, I'll invite him. I'll specifically invite him to come.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'd like to figure this out. Now I can get it to work, and you can see it even in the microphone and stuff. But what I haven't been able to do is to get both of them to work at once.
That's the problem. They either hear you or the YouTube video.
So you can do that too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought maybe it was from System Sound or something. I mean, I'm usually pretty tenacious about this stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty computer illiterate, and I haven't figured this out.
Well, if you want a challenge, I've installed Wi-Fi switches in my house, and getting them to pair with the hub is just it's a nightmare. I mean, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And because there's like 15 of them, and I don't know whether I'm overloading my router or what the deal is, and there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
There's nobody to ask. I've looked on blogs.
Maybe you need a switch.
Well,
network
maybe.
switch. Yeah.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I need.
There's a device called a network switch.
Right.
That reroutes your internet in a better way than just through the modem.
Well, I'm thinking about getting another router.
Yeah.
Or a hub.
Yeah. They're talking.
Okay.
We lost everyone here.
All right. Okay. Back to ManyCam.
Yeah.
So, what's the most creative way you guys use it, you think?
I personally, the best part I like about ManyCam is that you can cover your what I call cover your camera. What it is it's for Zoom, it shows it backwards for some reason, but I do this. I open my classroom 3 or 4 minutes early, and I show this, and when I get ready to start teaching classes, hello everybody, you know. So that's one thing, and this is, and if you have an AC problem and you do this, you have 3 or 4 minutes still to fix it before your class actually starts. See, and so that's why I do this, because sometimes you'll be able to fix a problem, like restart it or whatever, before the class time starts. So this is one of the ways I use it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm actually very excited because I had so many problems with ManyCam, and now it's working perfectly for me, knock on wood, except for, so I'm curious about the sound. I'm trying to do the green screen. I haven't been successful with that, but I have 4 screens right now in front of me that I use, a few monitors. So I keep Google Images up on one of the monitors that I can switch to a larger picture to illustrate something. Then I have one screen that I picked up actually from a VIP Kids teacher on YouTube.
They're great.
Oh my gosh, Ellie's wonderful. And so
Yes, they are.
And the monkey eating, and the kids love it.
Yeah.
And then I have another screen where I can draw. It's pretty. It has a nice color, and it has a Winnie the Pooh background. So I have those 4 screens that I joggle back and forth with, and it's been working quite well. Yeah.
Some teachers have even created, what do you call them? Reward systems, like, you know, using ManyCam. There's a lot of videos on a lot of teachers, puzzles and things like that they've created using ManyCam for reward systems. This is just one small one here, ice cream, you know. You can keep stacking ice cream on top of it, you know. So there are lots of uses, you know, for it. Yeah.
There are, and in fact, while you mentioned that, the ice cream as well, I have that one too. Yeah. If you do search Teacher Ellie on YouTube, she's very shared all of her stuff. She's got a Google
She's a VIP teacher.
Yes, she is. They are great with that. They are great with that.
I use the ice creamometer for my kids, you know, and I get them to pick out an ice cream. You know, and they take so long, you know. They're like, I said, it's a fake ice cream. Pick one.
When my students start speaking in Chinese, I just pop up my speak English sign.
Oh, wow. I like that.
That's neat.
You guys are going to make me go out and buy that i7.
A thumbs up. Motion
remember, your teacher's a monkey.
Wow.
That's the one that you put my screen.
How about your teacher is President Trump?
Let me see. Oh my God, that is
Hello, I want you to learn English.
Wow, that's
amazing. That is amazing.
No, I'm President Trump.
Oh my goodness.
It's fantastic.
Wow. Huh.
This is one of my favorite during Halloween, is this pumpkin mask here.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Or
that's cute.
I'm scary, you know. If we're talking about something scary, you know.
That is hilarious.
There's a lot of things you can do with it, you know. It does. And
Do you have a recommendation of a tutorial? Because I bought, I don't know, one of the premium ManyCam things, and I just haven't. I went in there, and I usually can figure things like that out, and I felt lost. So I'm wondering if you have like a recommendation for a tutorial.
If you want recommendations for using it in your classroom, just search Ellie from VIP Kids.
Ellie, is it ELLI?
Yeah, is it
ELL?
IE, something like that.
And she shows you how to do it, actually, how to.
Yeah, how
Yes,
she even shows you how to set up your green screen, and you can put different.
Oh, nice.
screens
Thank
and
you.
everything.
I think
Yeah, she has all kinds of things.
she posts, one of them has a Google page with all kinds of files that you can download for.
Yeah, she
like
shares her Google
Yeah.
documents with the files you can use to help you do the
Yeah.
ice cream reward system, puzzle
Really
one,
good.
Lego. There was a Lego one, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
That the older kids would like that. Yeah. Like
So
it.
So where'd you get the hot dog? Where'd you get the hot? Is that?
I
on-
download it from the ManyCam page, webpage.
It's on ManyCam. Okay.
Most
I
of
want
them
to ask
have
you
it.
a question. I've occasionally on Windows updates, I lose a communication driver of some sort, and I have to reinstall it. Have you had that experience, Thomas?
Yeah. When on this last Windows update, I had to go back and adjust my settings in ManyCam back to so it would work correctly. Yes, for some reason.
When you said adjust your settings, I come up with communication driver missing.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that. Mine changes back my speaker and my from my headphone to my system.
Oh, so you don't need to
Yeah.
reinstall it?
No, not
would
really.
be
I haven't had to reinstall it. Yeah.
I do.
I had ManyCam also. Got a really good package, and put it on my i5, and it worked okay. It slowed my system down considerably.
Right. Yeah.
What made me completely abandon it was when that Windows update came down, and it started telling me about the communications stuff I had to go in and redo, and it was so much that I had to go back in and repair that I just completely left it alone. But I was really disappointed because I started figuring it out. And I see your masks and all the things you guys are doing, and I used to play with those things.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that I may just have to go get an i7
Yeah.
and then go back to ManyCam.
Well,
What do
I think
you have now?
The most important
i5.
thing is the
That's
most
what I
important
have.
thing. The most important thing for using ManyCam is your free memory. Okay, remember
Right.
your computer may have 8 or 10, 12 or 16 gigabytes of memory, but when you turn on your computer, there are a lot of programs that will start
That's
in the
right.
background, and it's using your memory,
That's right.
and it's lowering your memory, and then your ManyCam opens and it uses all your memory. So make sure that you have enough memory. That's the key right there.
So
Okay.
how much memory should you have?
Well, it depends on how many programs you have running in the background. I've made mine to where a lot of them don't open when I turn on my computer. I only open the necessary ones like antivirus and just the ones that are important. You know.
Gotcha.
you can go into Task Manager and set all that.
ManyCam.
Yes, manager is helpful.
When I turn on ManyCam and start using it, it raises my memory usage from about 10% to about 50%.
Got it.
So it's using about 40% of my memory, you know. So just check your memory and make sure that there's enough memory. You may have 16 gigs, but you have all those programs open. And remember, every time you open Chrome, it's using some memory.
Okay.
Every time you open a Word document, it's using memory. Okay, so try to minimize the amount of things you open as well.
Yeah, I downloaded, by the way, a program, the Total PC Cleaner, that I have found very helpful, like to clear the caches and such every day after that.
Yes.
That's been helpful for me.
Also, sometimes when you install a program, it installs these other what they call malware or Trojanware.
Yes.
I do this every Saturday. Install a program called Malwarebytes, okay, and run it frequently. Okay, that'll take care of any malware that installs from your computer that you don't want.
Okay.
Malwarebytes. It's all one word, and it's free to use. So
I used to use that a long time ago. I'm gonna go back and use that again. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Is that BYTES?
Yes, it's all MALWAREBYTES. One word.
Okay.
Also, I'm using the only antivirus I'm using. Some people say I'm crazy, but I've never had a virus. The only virus program I'm using is Windows Defender.
Yes, I use that too.
I don't use any other antivirus program.
Okay.
So if you might want to try that. It's built into the Windows system, and if you have one of those third-party antivirus programs, that's using a lot of memory.
Right.
Okay. So maybe that's something you can check. If you don't feel comfortable using Windows Defender, then don't do it. But I feel comfortable using it. No, yeah.
So do
So
you
it's
run
all
a
about the
VPN?
memory.
You run a VPN?
No, I haven't started running a VPN yet. Yeah, which I'm looking into. So,
Are you able to use Google Slides with this at all?
with ManyCam, I haven't tried that.
Yes.
I haven't tried it.
A Google slide, what do you mean?
Google Pictures.
Oh,
Google,
Google.
Well,
Google
you can,
Slides.
you can share screen. You can use
Yeah, you
anything
can
on
share
share
screen.
screen.
Yeah,
That's how I usually play my videos. If I'm in a
Yeah.
hurry, I just share screen.
yeah, share screen.
And
You can share screen with
if you
ManyCam.
if you have an extra microphone running, okay, you can just play. If you play your stuff through a speaker, it'll pick it up good enough for the kids to hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So ManyCam has a share screen.
Yes, it has the
Yes, it
capability.
does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can share a screen. You can share an app.
You can even share a YouTube video. There's a place where you just paste the link.
Right.
The problem is you have to adjust your microphone settings, and that's what I'm trying to figure out how to
Right.
do both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been able to get.
It's a really good program.
Yeah.
Has a lot of possibilities for what
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
I just have to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's-
If you have an i5, that's good
That's
enough.
my-
Just the memory is
that's
the
what
big thing.
these
Okay.
are my screens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
It's a
videos
memory.
and songs, never has it ever worked with ManyCam for me, no matter which version I had.
I'm
Maybe
sorry,
always
can you
mute.
repeat that? Can you repeat that one more time?
Sorry, it's always mute. Like the videos and songs are always muted. When I play them, the sound never goes through.
Yeah, that's
Right,
one of the
it's-
problems I encounter.
It's all in selecting your.
It's the settings.
It's all in selecting your settings, right? That's the thing we're talking about. You have to go into the sound part of off of in Windows and make sure that the ManyCam virtual microphone is chosen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Mary,
you
I
have
see you have
to
a. I
reselect
see you
that
have
in-
a Mr. Potato
AC.
Head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I use this a lot.
Oh, this is my
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. I use it for face.
Oh, yeah.
Face, yeah.
Yes. Nose, ears.
Yeah. Eyes, nose, mouth.
Yes. When I did my very first session when I was applying for the job,
Yeah.
this was my toy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I used
Oh,
to
yeah.
use it for one-on-one FT classes. You know, the one with the eyes, nose, mouth.
Yes,
About a year
yes.
ago, I used this a lot.
Same
for
thing. Same thing.
Okay.
And also there's a GC class
that.
called
Yeah.
My Face.
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
Right.
Then the eyes, nose,
Yes,
ears, mouth.
it is.
Yeah.
That's your eyes,
I use it a lot.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Especially when you start taking the parts off and they don't really know what he is.
Yeah.
Because I just take their ears off, take his eyes off, and then I start, what is this? Ears! And I start putting him back together. They
Yeah.
are amazed by this
Okay,
little guy.
everybody wants Mary to host a teacher seminar. Raise your hand. Yay!
About Mr. Potato Head.
Potato Head. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head.
There was one teacher I met that used
like
this
that.
as a reward system.
Mhm.
She took everything
Oh,
off,
good idea.
and when they got like 3 or 4 stars, she would put part on, and they would try to build it
Oh,
up.
that's neat.
Wow.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
it
a very good
is.
idea.
That's a
I'm gonna
good
go get
idea.
Yeah, 'cause
I never thought about
you can
that.
even put his pants on if you want to.
Yeah.
I like that.
His
And
hat.
what's funny is when they see you put the mustache on or the eyeglasses, when you put the eyeglasses on,
Yeah, there's
they
eyeglasses. with it.
absolutely love this thing.
Yeah,
I think it's one of the best props I have.
yeah.
I was thinking, because I don't like the name Hangman. I never, I don't like that whole, but I like, the kids like the game to use vocabulary from the lesson. So that might be a kind of a neat thing. We could use the potato head,
Yes.
exactly.
you know, and build
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. When they get it
Because
right.
I don't like doing the hang, I don't do,
I don't
Yeah.
either.
yeah.
I
So I
don't
want,
either.
so this will work. This is
Yeah.
cool.
but they love him.
Oh yeah.
Especially
Yeah, I
the
have
kids
my
who wear
glasses here.
glasses. Kids who wear glasses. Absolutely.
One time I had the glasses on and they said, "Mr. Potato Head looks like teacher." I have the big black glasses.
That's cute. That is so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
of the
So
best. Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
So in our next class with ManyCam, will you guys show us how to go to our settings and make adjustments? Like with the sound and all those
That'd be
things.
great.
We'll work at it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We have to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Jay to come in. He knows how to do it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. And once I figure that out, I think I'll end up getting a new computer. I've been dying to get one anyways.
I know that 51 Talk had a relationship with ManyCam at one time, because I learned about ManyCam on a 51 Talk lesson. I mean, they had a class on it, and there was a kid in training it was an actual lesson that they that's how I learned
one
about
of the
it.
trainings you could book about. That's how I learned about it too. About 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, right.
They had a training on it, and you booked it just like you're booking the trainings now. That's how I learned about it.
Right.
And I learned about it being on VIP Kids Facebook page.
Yeah. Right now,
ManyCam
ManyCam is offering I think 20% or 30% off for teachers because it's Teachers Month.
Oh, wow.
If you wanted to get ManyCam now, you can get it for a discount price from their website.
Wow.
Well, it seems like there's a thing about I've been unsuccessful at publishing anything on ManyCam. You can drag stuff in and make your own features with the ManyCam .mcv or whatever it is. Now I've never been successful at publishing, and it has to do with permissions. Now Catherine Smith was very astute at understanding what the legal permissions of using a picture were, whether you could or not. Now I was wondering if maybe we could get 51 Talk to contact ManyCam and get them to release permissions for the artwork that we use. Like there's a really nice PDF of all of Timmy's family.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I could make that into PNG files in a second.
Actually, there is one of Timmy already published. Oops, I didn't want to click that. There's a face of Timmy already published and you can get it from the website. Let's see where.
How do you know what it's called?
It's called Timmy, Timmy.
Look at that.
That's so cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yes,
One of the Philippine teachers did this and published it on ManyCam. So you can search Timmy and you can download it for your ManyCam.
Now it's on ManyCam?
Yes, it's on the ManyCam webpage.
Oh, really?
It's there's 3 M's.
Under what? Objects?
Just search all of them. If you type in Timmy, it'll be the only one to show up.
Wow. That's
if you have problems, let me know and I can send it to you through Skype or something. Okay. I don't know if I can share files here, but
if we collectively each did one or two of those, we'd all have a bunch, right?
Somebody who's good at Adobe Photoshop could probably do them. I'm not good.
I'm pretty good at Adobe.
Yeah, I'm not good at Adobe or any graphic
Timmy
stuff.
thing, and it doesn't take very long at all.
Yeah.
If you give me those things with a white background,
I'm a football player.
they can be done in minutes.
Yeah.
It's not hard to do.
Yeah.
So I've created graphics for a video game.
Yeah.
Like stupid video games though.
All of us guys with art degrees, right?
Yeah. There's a couple of lessons where you're learning the numbers 19, 20, and 30, 40. I just created my own. I made my own. For those lessons that have the like bus 19, bus 20, bus 30.
Oh,
yes.
I've created my own. Just to help out a little bit with those lessons.
Oh, okay.
Very
Well,
good.
everybody, you'll be glad to know that Thomas is going to be hosting Wednesday.
Yay, Thomas.
Yay.
Absolutely. Yay.
Round of applause for Thomas. Let me ask you a question. Now, also on ManyCam, you can put up a background behind you, right?
Yeah, you need a
Right.
green
The
screen.
green.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that why when you move into it, it just kind of dissolves? Why does that happen?
Well, that's your lighting mainly.
Yeah, your lighting situation. You need to have good lighting for those green screens to work correctly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just bought the material and I watched Dr.
You need to
Elliot.
have a green background.
It's
Yeah,
still not working. I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to, the lighting is really, I'm
Yeah.
finding it challenging.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a strip a strip LED and make it into a hoop
Yeah.
and hold it and mount it above my camera or above my
Your green
monitors,
screen?
I guess.
Your monitor?
But
Green.
then they have to relight the green screen too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I understand. Yeah.
A green screen is just a green background. They use it on TV like news for showing the weather and stuff like that.
Right.
You know.
It
Yeah.
actually
Lighting.
When I was like 5 years old,
What, Susan?
I was
Go
put
ahead.
into a cartoon by my dad who uses green screen.
Yeah.
You wear anything blue or anything
you
green.
don't sound too happy
You'll
about
blend
it.
in.
Was it
Yeah.
good?
We were flying around Winnie the Pooh. It's a little embarrassing now, but
You know, I had my kids are now, my son's like 37. I had a video camera when my daughter was 12 hours old. I've got video of my son meeting my daughter, right? And she's now 34. So this was a long time ago. And the camera was like up here, you know, with a big handle and a big porta pack on the side. And I looked like a TV studio. And we made some fake news programs and stuff, which was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And it was
I hear CNN is doing some of that too.
yeah. My dad's an audiovisual
I think not only
engineer.
CNN, a lot of them are.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Oh,
them.
that's so funny.
He does
CNN
all
is
sorts of
fake
things.
news.
Just,
Fake
Thank
news.
you. There you go.
I
There
like
you go.
Fox and Friends myself. Okay, you can watch me
Yeah.
on John Kennedy every morning.
Yeah, you and Rudy Giuliani. Guys,
Yeah.
I am out of here. I have something else to do. Great job.
Yeah, I got
Ah, love it.
Okay,
Thank
Um,
you.
there's
Thank
a
you so very much.
culture meeting happening